All right, here we go again. I started researching into the trans community again. It was very strange uh, from all sides. It isn't necessarily. Uh, Again, there's conservatives that hate trans people and they're projecting. There shouldn't be crime. They shouldn't engage in crime. That's a given. But when somebody doesn't have the power to repel the will of another person. And why is this happening now? We have a lot of monetary differences and a lot more weight on money. Everybody's worshiping money, so money has more power. Right? So now they can possess a little bit more if they have money. Now there are people that want trans and they want trans kids and all that kind of thing. But then there's also the thing that moves them to it. Right. Well, because if you believe everybody's in the trans things are all pedophiles and you project that, then you'll create pedophiles that are in the trans community. Now, here's a weird one. When I was finished with the research, because I have to get onto an appointment, right? I received some lighters I purchased, and they're called Top K. So this is another part of it that I researched. Not only the algorithms, it's these verbal things that are hidden in the names of things. And I don't know if the Chinese are part of this because the Chinese probably made this and they probably named it Top K, which means they're telling somebody it's okay to be a gay top. Most likely, I mean, there's top theory in heterosexuality, but it's not as common. So it means there's a bottom person and a top person in a sexual situation. And submissive and dominant, I guess would be a way to say it. So it says top K. It's okay to be a top. So these hidden things are everywhere, especially from China. So this is a part that I don't think I spoke about it a little bit, but I don't think I spoke about it in reference to trans people. So there's hidden clues and cues, not clues, I guess, cues to be gay, to be trans. Although when it did switch me over to porn, it decided to put a piece of porn in there. It didn't go in the direction it was supposed to go based upon what I was selecting. That's how you test the algorithms. Now, I didn't. It usually takes a lot longer, but I've done this for so long. It definitely took it to black on white, right? And I didn't move in that direction. And it also, what else did it do? The shooter was redhead, so the porn had a lot of redhead. Maybe I'm just noticing the redhead part of it, but I don't think so. It had a lot of redhead trans people in porno. So that was two of the strange things that happened very relatively quick this morning. The trans community, as it is, doesn't seem to be any more aggressive than it was. They're angry and they are being harassed. We know they're being harassed. Right. So, because I received this morning and I didn't notice it, but after that I noticed it's a top K. So I don't know if how does that generate? Like, why do I not notice it all and then all of a sudden it's there right away? Again, maybe trying to convince me to be gay, maybe trying to convince me to be with a trans or something like that. So there's a possible metaphysical aspect to it. Now, the Chinese might be innocent. Somebody might be thinking that into the Chinese, and they just say, well, this is what we select. Right. So where the origination of that was what we have to discover. And it even says on here, made in PRC. Right on the front. Thanks. Right. Trying to think if there's anything else. Right. So the Chinese may be part of that thing through subliminal messaging, because that's, I think, what we would call that. But it might be a little bit more overt, right? Than subliminal messaging. Some people might actually see it. I'm just studying the packaging to see if there's anything else that might. That would just be the name of the company, Top K, which means top okay in kind of internet language. And top means dominant sexual position. So again, it's probably everywhere. It just, what everybody, again, the metaphysical side of it says, uh, how do you, like, who buys it? Like, or who notices it? Like, I didn't notice it this morning when I purchased it, or when it came originally. And then when it appeared just looking out here, I saw it. Right. Now, some would say, and it's trying to convince me that my brain simply switched gears, and it didn't. But it's not that. I've done metaphysics long enough to know. Right. Although there is somebody out there trying to get me to use sexual terms that are innocent, like the word "come," when it came, or when it come, that kind of thing. They do that all the time. And I see it in everybody's language. Not everybody's, but a lot of us that do like law enforcement work. Your language actually has a lot of sexual terms that don't mean sexual terms. You're not speaking sexual terms, but it's in your language. Oh my God. So I got some sinus stuff going on here. I might need to go get some like swimmers here. I just bought some stuff to try to alleviate it. I took I knew it. I took showers and I put my hearing aid in like right away without drying it or putting anything in there. It just, the season's changing and all that. So got like a swimmer's ear. It's alleviating a little bit with the alcohol I was using. I was putting like a Q-tip with alcohol in it. Right. So, right. The other subliminal messaging may be actually some of the other stuff too. Right. Yeah, swelling's going down. So, like the aggression and the violence and all that might be triggering somehow. I'll have to keep an eye on it, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. And you probably should also just start looking around, see what you see. All right, stay peaceful, praise God, and all that you do, praise God.